Hi everyone, welcome back. So in today's video, let's look at one of the common attacks in the internet. So this attack is called SQL injection. So injection. So if you haven't heard about SQL, let me give you a quick context. So this is your computer, PC, and you are trying to access one of the websites in the internet. For example, any shopping website, Myntra.com, for example, right? So this is Myntra's computer, right? In every computer in the internet, in most cases, they maintain a database. So what I mean is database is that it is a location where they store the data permanently. For example, if you are accessing Myntra.com, so they will have what are all the types of clothes they have, shoes they have, basically their catalog, and will have information like what is the offer today. So all these things they need to store it on their end, so that when you ask for it they can give it to you in terms of website or direct data, right? So within every system there is a database. We can call it as DB, database. So when you ask for saying that give me clothes on sale, for example, on sale, what Myntra does is it goes and calls its database saying give me all the clothes which are on sale today. So to ask the database how you use HTTP to send the request to Myntra.com. If you haven't watched HTTPS video, you can take a look. So HTTPS is the way how your computer and any computer in the internet communicate. So similarly, HTTPS is a protocol, but within the Myntra's computer, how Myntra will call its database asking for all the clothes on scale. For that, it uses a language called SQL. So its expansion is called structured query language. Structured query language. Language in a computer sense is that you write some logic which the compiler can understand, right? So here the database, certain types of databases understand this language. So if you issue commands in this language, it can understand and it can give you back the data. So one of the common languages to query database, basically querying is asking the database something, right, is structured query language or SQL, which is very popular. So how an SQL looks like is, say you want clothes on sale for a particular date. So how it looks is select, not exactly, but I'm just giving you a sample query so you know how it looks like, right? Select star on clothes, for example, where sale equal to true, for example. So I will not go into the database how it looks like, because that is technical, even I don't remember right now. So how it looks like is, so it will go and ask the database, give me all the clothes. So star is like, give me all the details regarding the clothes, not just one detail, give me all the details on clothes. What are all the clothes? Where sale is equal to true. So the database understands this, and then it will send you back the information. So where this attack comes, right? So I will remove this query. This query might not have a lot of issues, but I'll give you a basic query so that we can all understand like where the issue might be, right? So say for example, this is the first call you make to the Mintra's server. So how you will be sending is that you will be sending your authentication information. We saw in the authentication authorization video that whenever you want to ask something to a system, you always say who you are. So to send who you are, what you will be sending is username and password, right? So username can be ABC, password is 123 for example. So how your query looks like, select star whatever you are accessing for, where user is equal to whatever your username is and password. For example, to make it a customized query for yourself, you can add it as wish list. So you are doing a select star from wish list, so it is your own wish list, and to let Myntra know who you are sending username and password. So you will send where user is equal to and password equal to. So this Myntra will do on its database. So what it says, send me all the details of the wish list where username is equal to this and password is equal to this. Only if username is equal to this and password is equal to this, it will send you back the information. If one of them is wrong, it will send you saying that you are unauthenticated, right? So SQL injection is something the attackers do, assuming that things are not set up properly on the database side. For example, they will issue a username and password to the Myntra server in a way that it will return details every time. For example, what they will do is they will add, in addition to ABCD, they will add or 1 equal to 1 and then they will close the quotes. So when it comes here, how it looks like is ABC or 1 equal to 1 and password is equal to 123. So the issue here, you can clearly see that, so this 1 equal to 1 and or will be true every time. So Myntra, whenever it asks for any details, it will think that user is equal to ABC or 1 is equal to 1 and password is equal to 123, right? So this or 1 equal to 1. So if 1 is equal to 1, give me all the details. So this guy will be true all the time. So irrespective of your user or password, this condition will be true every time. So the hacker can use this and keep on getting all the information. In the shopping website, maybe there cannot be much of an attack, but still it can understand what are all the sales that the Myntra is having, even certain data which Myntra doesn't expose to any of the public. Even if your username and password is correct, Myntra will not expose to you how it is setting up the sales or how many days the sale it is planned and how their strategy are. If they have stored it in the database, they won't expose it to you. It will be for their purpose alone. Similarly, take your banking website. So if if someone is able to do 1 is equal to 1 and get all the information from the bank, like who and all you have transacted and everything, and basically even get your username and password, they will do or 1 equal to 1 instead of star wish list. If they give select username password, it might give back your username and password, for example, right? And then they can use the username and password to do whatever they want with that website as you, right? They will be impersonating you. So these are the few things that they can do using SQL injection. So basically SQL injection is that they know that the website is using SQL to query the database, and they try to manipulate the data which they send to the website so that the website will give back information which are not supposed to be given to the user. So how we can stop this is, one way is parameterized query. Query. So what parameterized query means is that, so whenever a user hits this, whatever they are inputting, this is user input, right? So instead of appending that, so whatever they are sending, instead of putting it here, so what it, some ways are there within the coding that, hey, whatever it is, user is equal to a quotes, and within here the value will go. So it will not be part of the query. Whatever you put, it will only be validated against this user. So there are ways to do this. So irrespective of whatever the user put, it will not go beyond the boundary of user. So it will not get attached to the query. Like if you simply attach it, they can append whatever they want and make it look like the same query. So if you parameterize it, it will only stay within the bounds of the user. Second one is input validation. Input validation. So this is not only for this attack, this can be used, it is a very good practice in the internet when you are implementing a website like Myntra. So whatever the user gives for username or any other input, there is always a validation going on. Hey, username can be only a combination of letter and numbers. If they are sending equal to, reject there itself. Equal to cannot be part of a username at all. That is why if you see any website, when you're trying to sign up, if you give random symbols in the password and username, it will give you an error saying that we do not accept username and password in this way, only include these things in this format. So the reason they do is that on the behind the scenes in the back end, they can validate it easily. So they won't let the attackers to give some random input so that they can manipulate the website. Keep it simple and validate it against it strictly. If something else is coming, reject it there itself, not even go to the database. Reject it at here itself, not even send this call to the database. So these are the two main ways that they protect their system from SQL injection. So this has been happening for a long time. Very big companies have faced this, and the entire database is compromised and the attacker takes over. So this has been a popular thing, but recently every developer is taking care of this seriously, and there are tools to detect it. When you are developing your system itself, there are tools which says, hey, it might be possible that attacker can expose it. Use parameterized query and have strict input validation so that it cannot be a problem. So there are tools to detect it when you are implementing itself, but this is a very common attack in the internet. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and let's meet in another video. Thank you. Bye.